Next on Worcester News tonight, accommodating 9 to 5 workers, a call on the MBTA to maintain commuter rail service in Worcester. Plus, restaurants across Massachusetts closed to protest the president's immigration policies. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm Olivia Lemon. 2 men charged with stealing a Purple Heart from a home in Leicester are found guilty Thursday by a Worcester Superior Court jury. The 2 men broke into the home in 2014. According to the Worcester County District Attorney's Office, 3 residents were bound and gagged. Timothy Lavin, seen here, and Nicholas Disterio were each found guilty of multiple charges, including 3 counts of armed robbery while masked, along with home invasion. The DA's office says the men tied the hands of the victims and put duct tape over their mouths before raiding a safe in the living room. The Purple Heart was given to the owner of the house by his father. He was a World War II veteran who was injured in the Battle of Iwo Jima. The heart was never recovered. Lavin and Disterio will be sentenced on March 1st. A 3rd suspect in the case still has not been caught. The Worcester City Manager and Mayor are calling on the MBTA to maintain the commuter rail service. Thursday, the manager and mayor sent a letter asking they maintain the non-stop heart-to-hub service and revise the schedule to fit a 9 to 5 workday. The MBTA recently announced plans to add additional stops to the evening heart-to-hub express line from Boston to Worcester. Mayor Joseph Petty says this would be an inconvenience to commuters trying to get home.
More people are coming out here, and the heart-to-hub trains are important. Quick transportation is important to Boston from Worcester, and for economic development reasons, bringing people out here to live here in the city of Worcester. So we just send a message to Boston saying, hey, we're still here in Worcester, and as you want to enhance the MBTA lines, don't forget about Worcester.
Right now, the heart-to-hub service gets back to Worcester around 8:40 p.m. Petty says he's hoping a new schedule will be more accommodating to people working 9 to 5. The company who owns the Worcester Telegram and Gazette has been bought by a Japanese firm for more than $3 billion. A bank group purchased the investment company who owns Gatehouse Media. Gatehouse owns 121 daily newspapers nationwide and is the parent of the Telegram and Gazette. SoftBank Group Corporation is acquiring Fortress Investment Group for about $3.3 billion in cash. The Telegram and Gazette has had 4 different owners in the last 17 years. The Boys and Girls Club of Worcester got a new food pantry today thanks to Fallon Health. The organization presented a $7,500 check to the club for their family support program. The Boys and Girls Club says they serve 6,000 children a year, and most are at or below poverty level. They say in Worcester, 1 in every 4 kids go to bed hungry at night. Fallon Health says they are happy to help keep children in the city healthy.
Several employees from Fallon Health volunteered their time to build a food pantry at the Boys and Girls Club. This is the 5th food pantry we've built, and it continues a long tradition we have at Fallon of doing what we can to help address food insecurity in our region.
When Fallon told me that they were willing to actually create a food pantry for our kids, we jumped right on it. That's how Fallon is. They're really good about making sure that they can help the community. And now I'm going to be able to help kids who sometimes have to go to bed hungry at night, and they'll be able to bring home some food for their family.
Food will be donated to the pantry through many different supporters. New tonight, a central Massachusetts couple accused of running a ticket scam. They allegedly sold the same Disney on Ice tickets to multiple people. Alicia Palumbo has the reaction of a victim.
It all started with this Facebook post, $150 for 4 tickets to Disney on Ice at the TD Garden.
The guy told me they were still available and he could meet me wherever.
Stephen Perez met this man, Kevin Wood, in this Walmart parking lot in Northbridge Tuesday and bought the tickets for his 9-year-old daughter.
They were printed on paper, so I assumed they were, legitimate.
Ariel Chirpik saw the same post, and she too was told the tickets were available. She was planning to take her friend Tyler Marengo's 2-year-old son Ryan to the show.
He was so excited. He was so excited to go see Disney on Ice. He was so excited.
But when Chirpik met Wood in this McDonald's parking lot in Northbridge to purchase the tickets, she knew something wasn't right.
When he left, I went to message him and say thank you so much, and he had me blocked.
Chirpik reached out to another woman who had shown interest in buying the tickets.
And she says that the guy says that they're still for sale.
So the two women went to Northbridge Police and set up a sting operation in this Shaw's parking lot where an undercover officer purchased the same tickets a third time from Wood and his girlfriend, Miranda Pale. The couple from Blackstone was arrested, the fake tickets confiscated, and the money was returned to the victims. They say it was about more than just the money.
They were doing something scummy to kids. Like, come on.
After their arrest here on Wednesday, the couple was charged with larceny and both remain in custody on bail.
President Donald Trump's stances on immigration have sparked a lot of debate and demonstrations. While many have protested, including here in Worcester, immigrants across Massachusetts have come up with a way to show just how much they contribute to their communities. Our Rosalind Flaherty explains.
By nature, I'm Brazilian. By choice, I'm American.
Evelyn Lima came to America from Brazil in 1989 to study English.
I've been here half of my life.
Lima took over Lake Williams Pizza in Marlboro 3 years ago, and she runs the business with her family.
We decided to buy this place, which was very decadent, and we invested our knowledge and all the money we had.
Thursday, they decided to close in support of a day without immigrants. Businesses around the country closed their doors Thursday to protest against President Trump's immigration policy.
I was an immigrant here, and again, I didn't come to steal anything. I came out of love for English.
Lima is an American citizen. She and other business owners in Marlboro are part of a Facebook group who decided to shut their doors.
Instead of spending money building a wall, spend the money on revising those criteria, on checking cases, instead of treating people as a number.
Lima says she has only ever closed her doors because of bad weather. She says she will lose more than $1,000 in income, but says it's worth it.
I believe everyone should do this. In a sense, we're all immigrants in this country. At some point, your family came from somewhere. Closing my shop, I will not make a difference. However, I will make a difference with my other friend who closes his or her shop, and other people from DC, from California.
Rosalind Flaherty, Worcester News Tonight.
The man accused of intentionally running down an Auburn police officer remains behind bars. Today, a judge found Matthew Ostrander to be a danger to society. He's been ordered held without bail for 120 days. Ostrander is accused of striking and seriously injuring the officer during a police chase last weekend. He led police on the chase after allegedly breaking into a home in Millbury. Water testing done by the state revealed high levels of lead in some of the schools' drinking water taps across the state, some of which are here in central Massachusetts. Our Catherine Andrioli spoke with the school superintendent today on how they are addressing the issue.
Children have a lot of different access points for lead, and so we want to make sure that school water is not one of those access points.
Leicester School Superintendent Judy Paolucci says they've taken action after high levels of lead were found in 4 of the town's schools.
Out of the pipes within the school, so even if water doesn't have a lot of metals coming in, by the time they reach the pipes, they actually end up with more metal in it.
The impacted water taps in all 4 of Leicester's schools were shut down. Leicester is one of the state-tested schools' water to see if lead levels exceeded a pH level for safe drinking water.
It has devastating effects. In particular, there's an effect on the brain, and especially on a developing brain.
Experts say plumbing fixtures are to blame for the lead levels. Many of the school buildings have old pipes, which can lead to contamination.
Depends on the age of the plumbing materials. The older they are, the more lead they may have.
According to Mass DEP, 419 school buildings had high lead levels in drinking taps. West Boylston schools didn't, but its water district says the levels have nothing to do with water treatment.
The lead is coming from the buildings. We don't detect any lead in any of our water coming from the ground.
Meantime, in Leicester, the school department says they're looking forward to state funding to help build a new middle school. They say it's one step closer to fixing the problem.
Really, our schools are in need of being replaced, and that would obviously be a great solution, but that's a long-term solution, so that'll take some time.
In Leicester, Catherine Andrioli was